Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to your reading for the week of December 12th. We're just going to jump right in here, as always, Pisces, and we are going to see what is going on in your current general energies. You have this Scorpio card, and it says investigate on it. I think you need to investigate a new opportunity or some sort of change that could be coming in for you. You have the Death card, obviously, which would also be Scorpio. This could also be saying that you have a Scorpio clearly entering into your life. And so if you are looking for love, look at this, Empress as well. Pretty interesting. You know, there could be a Scorpio who wants to talk to you or who wants to communicate with you. This is your only challenge right here in this row is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles could say that you're like holding on to, the past, or you're holding on to, just something. So something needs to change. It is kind of interesting, Pisces, that, I've been doing the 2023 readings, and, what's interesting to me is it seems like if you want love, like next year, I think it's a really good love year for you, but I feel there's like this need to like leave comfort zones or, do things that you've never done before in love. Like you're a Pisces, I'm a Pisces. I totally get it, right? But it's like, let's say you're a Pisces that likes to, stay at home, like every single other Pisces that exists, including me. It's like, I think that there could be a person who comes into your life next year or now, because they're showing up here through socializing, by the way. But maybe they want to go out in public. Maybe they want to have more fun. And I think if you're like not doing those things, then maybe they won't want to stick around. And I'm not telling you what to do, as I always say. I don't think tarot should tell you what to do. But I think this person is just like, I get like an adventurous vibe here, something where they're maybe like wanting to do things, wanting to get out into the world. And the funny thing is I think once you like break that comfort zone and you do it, I think you're going to have like a lot of fun, probably more fun than you've had with anyone else if you're looking for love. You have the Fool, 10 of Cups here. This looks like a lot of happiness and joy that's entering into your life. That's what I feel in here intuitively. I mean, those cards kind of can always represent that, but I feel it differently. It feels much more fun, much more joyful. Doesn't really feel like work to me, so love it. You have the Eight of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, and the Death card. Again, if you are looking for love, I think you're going to find it by leaving a comfort zone. You're clearly, again, not going to find it at home. But again, I also feel that this is saying if you're looking for new love, you're going to find it in a way that you've never found it before. And, I'm not trying to be mysterious here, but this position's very mysterious. You have Scorpio like 3 times. You have the Scorpio card, the Tower, and the Death card. I mean, all 3 cards are Scorpio. So I feel for a lot of you that this is going to come in through doing something that's outside your comfort zone. I even think that some of you like are getting noticed more in public. You have a lot of attention here. It is an attention year, as I've said. So I feel you could be getting noticed. I feel like you're going through a lot of changes personally here. It's kind of interesting because how I'm reading this card is there's 4 people other than the Death Rider on the Death card. There's 4 people that are 3 kneeling in front of him, and then the king is dead underneath him. It's kind of interesting that I feel that like each one of these people here, not him, but these actual people, I feel like those are all kind of like aspects of yourself. I feel like each one of those people is something kind of like inside of you. And, you could read it that way. The king could be something that's been established in your life, 4 Pentacles, something that needs to end. You have the Tower and the 10 of Swords here. There's something, I don't even feel like this is a bad thing, actually, the Tower and the 10 of Swords. I feel like this is something that has to go, whatever it is. We're going to find out in a minute. You have this guy here. He kind of looks like a pope, and he can represent like your traditional beliefs or things that you have believed for a very long period of time. You have this lady here. She's not looking at something that needs to change. That's what I feel for you, Pisces, Tower, 10 of Swords. You're not looking at something, and I'm not calling you out here. And again, I'm sure there's something in my life I need to let go of, right? I'm not perfect, and what I'd say here is like she doesn't want to look at something she knows she needs to let go of. And then you have that child. The child is holding flowers up to the Death Rider. The child is excited for change. The child also knows that maybe there's something that will cause positive change. You have the Eight of Wands here, which is like quick success, a quick conclusion, fast movement. So I feel like that child is the part of you that kind of gets excited by new beginnings, the part of you that wants change, that wants things to be different than they ever have been in your life because 10 of Swords, Tower, things have been the same for too long, right? So that's what I feel here. And I love it. I love the Eight of Wands, especially right now, because there's a lot of stuff I talk about all the time. Manifestation on steroids, and Eight of Wands is like manifestation on steroids. With the Eight of Wands, you have this discovery card. Eight of Wands, Two of Wands, these are all cards of kind of like travel and discovery. I think that your next year, there could be a lot of more opportunities for you to travel. I think this is going to be true for you for, like, I don't know, until 2033, somewhere around there, and probably won't stop then either. But, I think there's very adventurous energy for you, Pisces. And even if you don't want to travel, you could be traveling somewhere like mentally. You could be learning something new. That is a form of discovery. But you have a lot of cards that are about like investigating something here. And I think that what you need to investigate is things that capture your attention. And also, I would say exceeding your own expectations. I mean, if I were a Pisces, and I am, I would be pushing it to the limits here between like now and 2025, and then further as well. I wouldn't stop, like I said, but that Two of Wands is kind of like about expanding your limits, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. With the Four of Pentacles, because this is why, right here, because I said so, right? You have this exaltation card. I feel like the time is now. It's like, this is the only reason, I kind of feel like this is the only reason you should be doing these things, is because it's just the time is right for you to expand and grow and experience the finer things in life, Pisces. And so I feel like that's why, if you need a reason, right? With the Death card, you have the Authority card. There's like something that no longer has authority over your life. Again, the authority is dead on the Death card. The King is dead. So there's like some sort of authority, could be an authority figure, or it could be something that you thought had control over your life. Ten of Swords, Tower, that is leaving your life here, Pisces. And I feel like you're taking your power back. Pretty good. Next in your second row, for, what are we doing? Oh, yeah, anything unexpected that could be coming in for you. You have this Laborer card. It says your hard work will be rewarded soon. Keep at it. I mean, I think I've been saying this to you all year, that, really I feel you've been working very hard, and there's going to be a lot of abundance coming in for you. Again, when Jupiter enters into your second house, as I've always been saying, that's when the seeds that you've been planting all year, this year, 2022, next year, and even now, you should start to see results soon. That if you planted seeds, that's when the things are going to grow. Here's the thing, is that personally, I believe that you have another 12 years. So even if you feel like you missed out, you have like 12 years of seed planting where you could be working on like any of your ideas. So if you feel like you missed out, you didn't. And I would just start putting in the work and start planting seeds on things you want to see be successful, because clearly you're going to be successful. You have I didn't even notice this. You have the Emperor and the Empress in the Two of Wands here. So if you're looking for love, this could definitely be a divine counterpart that's coming in for you. Again, I don't know that this is like totally unexpected, because to me, this looks like a situation that you're putting yourself in a good way. So if you're looking for love, I feel it's like kind of unexpected in the sense that you're maybe meeting a person some way that you've never met a person before. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, it popped into my head that like you've met people like maybe the same way for years. And this person, I feel like comes into your life totally differently in some way. So I'll definitely say that. The Two of Wands is also a card of expansion, and really I'm getting a question on the Two of Wands. That's why I said this earlier. It's like, how far can you push it? Or, how far can you go? This is like the question that's popping into my head. It's like, if you're trying to make a certain amount of money, how much can you make? Like, what's your limit, right? And I feel like, I don't know that you're necessarily, there are no limits, number one. I don't know that you're discovering your limits. I think you're like searching for limits, and then you're looking to push past them. And that's exactly what I would do if I were you. I feel like there's a lot of growth. The Two of Wands, the story of the Two of Wands is that he's standing at the top of this castle, and he has the whole world in his hands, but he feels like he's experienced everything there is to experience, but there's like so much more. He has the whole world in his hands. There's like so much that he could explore, be, do, have, like all those things. And, this is very exciting reading to me, Pisces, if you can't tell. Even with the Tower and Ten of Swords, I don't even care about that. Like, I feel there's so much excitement, so many reasons for you to, look forward to the future and kind of like pushing your limits. That's exactly what I would be doing here. You have the Emperor here. The Emperor is about taking action. So I feel that for a lot of you, you need to just take action with the Emperor. Could also be an Aries coming in for you. And you have Taurus. Like all these signs have been coming up for you, I'm pretty sure. Scorpio, Aries, and Taurus have been in all your readings for, I don't know, like a while. And so definitely could be one of those signs. But I feel like you're ready for action. You have this Empress, and I feel like this Empress is talking about planting seeds. I mean, she kind of is the card of like motherhood, and she grows this wheat in front of her by waving this wand that she has right here. And so I feel like it's like, I literally feel it's that simple. It's like, especially if you've been putting the work, you just have to go like this. And I feel your abundance is going to appear. So for a lot of you who have been like thinking about like launching your projects or new projects, like now is the time, because I feel they're going to grow very, very quickly with that Empress card. Let's see. With the Emperor, you have this friendship card. Some of you could be, here's the thing that I will say is that Mars retrograde in your fourth house, right? It's like the fourth house is home and family and things like that. And, so like, what I would say is that even though friendship isn't necessarily part of the fourth house, what I'm trying to spit out and stutter through here is I would be careful of creating any arguments or anything like that, like in the home or with a friend. Even though the fourth house doesn't really necessarily have to do with friendship, it has to do with your foundations. I don't really like this, although you do go to the Ten of Cups, which tells me, Ten of Cups is like fortune after difficulty, happily ever after. But, if you have like a friend over your house or something, like don't get into arguments. Like I would avoid all that. It's popping into my head. With the Two of Wands, you have this companionship card. Definitely love coming in for you. I feel like this person, again, if you're attracting new love, if you want love, I feel like this person's very, very different. Very friendly. I feel like they're like a true companion. It's something, this is like different than just love. And I feel for those of you that are finding love, that you are going to say like, wow, like maybe you're saying to yourself, wow, I thought past people were different, but this person's like different in the best way possible. I feel like they have very pure intentions. Like I feel they have a very pure heart, almost like to the point of innocence, especially with that death card, the child. Like there's something very different here, if you can't tell. With the Empress, you have this ostentation card. Yeah, I would be careful of showing off. Again, I feel like you're going to be doing extremely well this year. And again, maybe other people aren't, right? We have people are all worried about recession and things like that. So I wouldn't be going crazy. I wouldn't be showing off. Even if you are doing very well, I still feel kind of like I said in your 2023 reading that, I feel like abundance is going to be good for you, but I would kind of be like holding on to it. There could just be some opportunities for you to like, invest your money. But if you buy like a Ferrari, then you're not going to have the money to invest in something that could make you even more money. So I feel the need to kind of like make sure that you're not showing off with this energy. Not that you would, but I'm just saying. Next in the area of what's coming towards you, you have this Milk and Honey card. Again, Milk and Honey is like thinking, you can see that this little elephant is kind of like drunk in this milk and honey. And I feel like this is saying like, don't get drunk, don't get high on your own supply, right? I feel like it's saying don't get like too excited about successes that are coming your way. Not that you shouldn't be celebrating your successes, but he's almost like, enjoying it too much, and he's not keeping the momentum going. You start with the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is a momentum card. And I do feel like a little bit of a warning here, like not a bad one, but I would just keep the momentum going. Sometimes I think we make a bunch of money. I always tell a story. I had a buddy who was in real estate. He was doing extremely, extremely well, and he was doing something to get, customers in the door, let's put it basically, and he stopped doing that. And so it's like his business did well for like a few months after he stopped doing it, but then all of a sudden business dried up because he lost all the momentum that he had built in the first place. And so then he had to like work his ass off again to get back to where he was. And so I feel like this is saying like, don't rest on your laurels. It's like saying, keep something going. Make sure that you're not getting lazy. Again, not that you would. I'm just saying you have the Ten of Swords, the Tower, and the Six of Pentacles here. Some of you, I feel, have like experienced a Tower moment. But, the thing with the Tower is I don't really feel it's a bad card, even if like at the time it sucks, a Tower moment. The Tower falls because, the two people inside the Tower have been ignoring reality for too long. They haven't been, seeing things for how they actually are. And that's why they're being brought back down to earth. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you've already experienced the Tower moment. Like I said, the king is dead on the death card, and the crown is falling off of the Tower. So something, it could be like some sort of tower in the sense that some sort of authority figure or establishment is collapsing. Ten of Swords says something is dead, done, over with anyway. So, I feel like that some of you could be experiencing something being dead, done, over with. And the interesting thing is that you have the Fool right next to it. Even if we go, up this way, we go to the Fool as well. This really tells me that there's going to be a very quick new beginning. So wouldn't even worry about it, like I said. You also have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, like equal give and take, but, again, it's another symbol of kind of like planting seeds. Six of Pentacles is about kind of, trying a few of your ideas, or, putting in energy into something that you want to see grow, like a business or even a relationship or whatever. So that's interesting. Let's see. I do want to clarify this. I have a feeling it's going to be another one of those weeks where everybody's going to get the tower. So, the tower, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I think that it could also be like a global tower moment as well. With the Ten of Swords, you have this acquisition card here. This could be love. So again, some of you in the past could have experienced the loss of a relationship, but I feel like there's a new beginning coming in for you. Some of you could be currently experiencing one right now, but look how fancy. I say this is like my fancy couple card, so I feel like there could be like a new fancy person coming in for you if you're looking for love. With the tower, here you go. You have this affair card. Some of you definitely could have experienced like a tower moment due to like lying, cheating, stealing, or like an affair, something like that. Could also have been breadcrumbing with that Six of Pentacles as well. I'm wondering if you're getting like news or or something like that here. So if you experienced that, like something like that in the past, like lying, cheating, stealing from a person, could have been like a fire sign, could have been a Taurus as well. Then I would say, if you don't want to hear from this person, then I would block them. If you do want to hear from this person, then, I don't know, don't. With the Six of Pentacles, you have this convention card. Again, it's very weird that this is popping up here. I'm wondering if someone, again, if you had the loss of a relationship due to an affair, it could have been like maybe the person was married. Convention is like the way things have always been done. So some of you could have been dealing with that type of situation. For others, I feel that this is saying, again, like I've been talking about this whole entire reading, something very different is happening to you here, Pisces. We might actually have to pull an extra row. I think I'm going to at the end because, it's so weird. I feel like something very different is happening. Remember what I said about finding love in a different way, but I feel maybe there's more than that. Convention represents the way things have always been done. And, it's almost as if you're moving away from the way things have always been done. It's like you recognize that you need to change. And that's the whole point of the tower. Again, the tower, those people have built those walls up around them. And the reason the tower is falling is because they're ignoring reality. So I'm wondering if some of you are no longer ignoring a certain reality, not in a bad way. This could be a good thing. I mean, again, personally, I think the tower is good. In your last row here for messages from your future self, you have this purity card. Again, I do feel if you're attracting a person that you could be attracting someone who has very pure intentions. I feel like your future self is also encouraging you to kind of like operate from, the highest form of your vibration possible. I feel that there could be some opportunities for you to kind of rip someone's head off verbally here with the Ten of Swords and the Tower. So if someone's like coming at you, or someone like a friend or a family member or something's trying to cause an argument, I feel like this is saying, come from a pure place. There's no reason to, go totally crazy, right? You have the Fool, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Cups. Definitely if you want to get married, there is something new coming in for you. I feel like this Fool is saying it is safe for you to open up again. So again, if you're looking for love, look at this little dog, That little dog is white. He has a white rose right here. The white in the tarot kind of represents pure intentions. You can see that there are these ice-capped mountains behind him as well. So, sometimes I feel like the ice in the background represents needing to thaw yourself out, needing to open up to the warmth again, right? Some of you, it's kind of interesting as well, because I feel like you feel this. Like, I feel like you feel warmer right now. Maybe you went through a breakup like a year ago or 6 months ago. And it's almost like you're finally feeling kind of like more free from it. Maybe you're not thinking about it as much. And this is the thing that is allowing you to have a new beginning. So, I definitely like to see that for sure. And I feel like your future self is saying that's good. You have this Hierophant as well. It's like, I feel for some of you, could definitely be marriage coming in for you. I feel like your future self is encouraging you to kind of like bend the rules as well as what's popping into my head, in the sense that the Hierophant can represent inside the box thinking. There might be some unusual, kind of opportunities. You have that convention card, which is the way things have always been done. So I wouldn't get stuck in doing things the way they've always been done. I feel in all areas of your life, I would be trying new things. You have this Ten of Cups as well, which is, again, fortune after difficulty or happiness. It is a card of happy home, happy family. So, again, I do feel like there is a lot of happiness coming in for you. And if you're looking for love, definitely a good love reading. I think really next year is kind of like a good year for you love-wise, just in general. So, it could be something that's coming in next year, although we're basically there. With the Fool card, you have this discrimination card. So if you went through something difficult, I feel like the universe has taught you like how to, like what you're willing to accept and what you're not willing to accept as far as, just anything is concerned. So I feel like you've learned, and I feel like the universe is saying, and your future self is saying like, hey, make sure you pick the right situations and don't settle for less. With the Hierophant, you have the versatility card. Basically everything I've been saying, this card came up quite a bit in the 2023 readings. And the versatility card is about, it just says if you're doing something and one way doesn't work, try something else. I was literally saying, think outside the box on the Hierophant. Hierophant, very fixed energy, and only kind of sees one way of doing things sometimes. Not always true, but sometimes. And I feel like this is saying, be open to all sorts of ways of doing everything in your life, and you will be successful. With the Ten of Cups, you have this Enterprise card. Abundance is off the charts for you, Pisces, especially like in work and business. And especially next year, look, this card here is Jupiter in Aries, and we have Jupiter moving into Aries at the end of the month, or, close to the end of the month, I should say. And so I feel there's a lot more abundance coming in for you, especially in work and business, especially if you've been planting seeds. I'm going to pull 5 main themes at the end as well, but before we do that, I just want to get more, can we get more details on this? Like, what is this Ten of Swords Tower situation? You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Three of Swords. I feel like it's definitely involving a heartbreak, but it's almost like the cards are saying, like, ignore it. You shouldn't even be paying attention to some sort of past, heartbreak or situation. I feel like there's a new beginning clearly coming in for you, which we talked about the entire reading. Ace of Pentacles, a big new opportunity coming in for you. I'm wondering if the Ten of Swords and the Tower is like saying, don't miss out on an opportunity that could be coming in for you. I also feel that, again, I have a feeling you're the first person I'm doing today, and I have a feeling there could be some like global Tower moments going on. So let's put it that way. We're going to pull 5 main themes now. You have this basket card. It says recognition, rewards for merit. Definitely, like I said, next year is like a very good attention year for you, Pisces. So if you're working on YouTube, social media, I would be doing whatever you can to get as much attention as you possibly can, which I pretty much say to everyone, but there are a couple signs who I think can benefit from it the most, you being one of them for sure. You have this Crown card. It says honor and respect will come to you. I was getting something kind of about honor and respect, which is interesting. Especially with that, I think I was saying it on the Fool about ripping someone's head off. I feel like there are going to be moments, not just this week, but, for the rest of the month and probably into January as well, where you need to operate with honor and respect. I feel like there are moments where you could go off, where you could do things, but it's it reminds me a while ago, I had a teacher that was talking, I don't remember exactly what this teacher said to me, to the whole class, but they were talking about basically living life as if you were, famous and always on camera, right? Let's put it that way. So, not like to be paranoid, but just so that you always maintain integrity, right? We all make mistakes. We all do things we're not proud of. But, I kind of get that feeling for you here with this Crown card. I feel like there's just a lot of success coming in for you as well, obviously. You have this Bear card. It says danger, especially in money matters. Again, the whole entire 2023, I would be careful of money. I wouldn't be paranoid about money, but I just wouldn't be buying things that you don't need. I think things are going to be fine. You're probably going to be making more money than ever. You have Jupiter in your second house, but that doesn't mean you should spend it, right? I feel that you should be kind of keeping a close eye. And again, I keep telling people, I wouldn't be paranoid. I wouldn't be worried about this stuff. I would just, pay attention, right? You have this dog barking card. It says advice from a friend. Some of you, I feel like you need advice from a friend, especially in work or business. So if you're trying to grow your work or your business or career, I feel there could be a friend who is very beneficial for you. You have this, that friendship card, could be an Aries as well. If you have a friend that's an Aries that happens to know business, right? Or work. Next, you have this Lobster card. It says financial pinch. I would definitely keep an eye on your finances. Again, I wouldn't be paranoid. I want to pull one more for that Lobster as well. You have an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross, this Rooster card. Again, you have this ostentation card as well. I feel like it's saying don't show off, don't be a show off, things like that. Not that you would, Pisces, but I would just keep a close eye on your finances. Although, I do feel there's plenty of abundance here. So I wouldn't really worry about it. I think it's more just like I said, I think that what people need to realize is that I feel there are going to be opportunities that present themselves to all of us in the future. And it's like if you don't have money, then you're not going to be able to do it. It's like, what if it's like you never know. Maybe you get into real estate investing and maybe there's a collapse or a recession. And if you have the money to buy a house or to buy an extra house, something like that, could be a very good investment. But if you spend it on something, then obviously you're not going to have it. And that's like the vibe that I get from this type of reading here, Pisces. So, and again, you have some really good years. The reason I'm saying, also basically real estate is that, in a couple years, you're going to have Jupiter in your fourth house, home and family, real estate, things like that. So there you go, Pisces. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.